始まるよ。
Hey, this is Rando Sheeb. This is for SCUM 1.0. Been working on strength training. I started this character with low strength. Started with 2 strength. This is the method I've been using, and I've compared it with the wheelbarrow, and this is actually a pretty good method. Just carrying a heavy box around while stealthing. You can. I started with basic stealth. You see, I'm 71% of the way through medium now. And this currently with wet clothes, I'm getting 0.32 even at 3.4 strength. This, which is a pretty solid gains. It's not as big a number as the wheelbarrow, but it's actually faster than the wheelbarrow because the one advantage to the box is you don't have to disconnect from it to rest. So basically, what I do is I just walk in circles like you see me doing now around the room here, and then when I hit zero or hit the negative of my current stamina, which is 56. So when I hit negative 56, I'll just lay down in a bed and rest. This also consumes fewer calories than pushing the wheelbarrow. See, my calorie burn is 630, and with the wheelbarrow it fluctuates between 700 and 800. So it's about somewhere between 10 and 20% less eating you have to do. So I'll show you my gear layout here in just a second. See, I'm just getting up close to negative 56 stam. Once you hit energy crash, you no longer get gains, so you want to be able to lay down the second that happens. And laying down in a bed is the fastest stamina regen. Everything about this is about shaving off seconds because you have to do this stuff, hundreds if not thousands of times. But see, this also has a slightly higher con loss, but at most you're losing about 5/100,000ths of a con point by resting in a bed, so it's not really that big a deal. And also the con gain right now is absolutely miserable. But you see, it's all I've gone from 2 strength and 2 con to 2.31 con and 3.36 strength. So it's a pretty big difference. Anyway, when you rest, you can pop back up 95% and just start walking again, and then crouch. It's the fastest way to keep moving. So I'll show you my gear layout here. Oh, what I want to say too, uh, this method with the box to gain 0.01 strength takes about 16 and a half minutes at about 2. I think about 2.2 or 2.3 strength. It took about 16 minutes 22 seconds, and more recently with slightly higher strength, I think it was about 3.2. When I timed it again, it was about 16 minutes 33 seconds. So that's for 0.01, which works out to about 27 hours of walking in circles like this to gain 1 strength. So yeah, I've committed a lot of time to doing this to test it out. And in retrospect, I think I would have, knowing the investment that it takes, I think I would have just rolled with a 5 strength. But I've committed to it already, so I'm just going to keep going. And honestly, the game's quite playable. It's just, once you hit 3 strength, it's quite playable like that. You carry a little bit less loot, and you're going to move a little slower, but other than that, it's not too bad. So you just have to make more trips. But anyway, here's the gear layout I'm using. See, I'm using a hiking backpack with maxed out weight, using a log and a sandbag, and I put a drill in here just because I didn't feel like filling another sandbag. Like, this one's empty, but you can just use a 5-pound sand. Let me put this down because I think it constantly drains con. So here we go, military quiver with a 10-kilogram sandbag, armor tactical vest with a 6-kilogram sandbag. I used the animal skin jacket and the animal skin pants. I'm pretty sure they both hold the most weight of the pants and jackets. See, I got this one's a tenth of a kilogram short, but yeah, 10 kilograms of weight in each one. Um, Sporn bag with a 5 kilogram sandbag, and military boots with a half a kilogram, whatever you can fit in them, as well as the military helmet, which is, as far as I know, the heaviest helmet. Maybe the medieval helmet's heavier. I don't know. I haven't found one yet to compare it, and I really don't care. Um, what else do I have? Oh, so handgun holster with a just a junk Deagle 50 with a magazine loaded in it. It's the heaviest handgun, and a melee weapon holster with a Bushman in it, which, as far as I know, is the heaviest knife. Um, and two chainsaws on my back. So on this server, it's everything you find you have to loot, and I haven't found anything heavier yet. So once I do, I will throw something heavier in my weapon slots. Um, Also, I want to try to keep moving along a little bit, just so I don't lose too much con here. What was I going to say? So yeah, it's about, like I said, it's about 16 and a half minutes to gain point zero 0.01 strength, and 27 hours to do uh, 1.0. So with the wheelbarrow, even though you're getting higher numbers when you go in circles, it's still, because you have to constantly disconnect and reconnect to lay down, which you don't have to. There's the weighted box. Even though you have to constantly disconnect and reconnect to lay down, so you lose time doing that. And over the course of gaining zero point zero 0.01 strength, it took me 56 seconds longer to do it with the wheelbarrow. And you don't gain stealth while you're while you're doing the wheelbarrow. So that's that was like the main draw of me doing this. I thought it's probably gonna be slower strength gains and con gains, but it'll actually be I'll be gaining stealth at the same time. And it turns out it's actually a little bit faster, at least at low level strength, to gain strength in this matter. I think once I hit point 0.4, maybe a little bit higher, it will probably the strength gains will become negligible uh, in comparison to using the wheelbarrow. But so I'll probably switch over eventually around 4 strength. Um, and for my diet, I'll show you what I eat here and why. Um, Step over here to Gaines Kitchen. This is put this box down. So I mostly use canned tuna. If my protein gets low, I try to keep my protein in the blue, and right now it's fine. You can get quite a bit of protein from this other stuff. So basically, I just use processed foods because you can fit a lot more of them in and get really high carbohydrates, which will protect your protein. Um, so you just grab like 1 bite of rice, like 2 bites of the smaller stuff. Uh, use some soda to both hydrate and get more calories. Keep water on standby, and one of the most important things you want to keep is a couple of these cups of tea. I made these yesterday, so they're starting to lose health, but they're still 97%. You want these to both rehydrate and to get rid of fatigue. So I'm already at a 7.3, so that was a good time to drink it because it'll reset kind of zero while you're still moving. I think you get like 11, 11 exhaustion recovery bonus. So with 7, it should go just about enough to get me to zero by the time it wears off. Plus, it's quite a bit of water, so it'll help rehydrate. Um, the only other thing I can think of is you see I don't have any gloves on right now, and you will get hand abrasions. Do I have them already? Yeah, I have hand abrasion C1. So unless you just like buying and using a lot of gloves, you're either going to destroy them or have to repair them every couple minutes because they just absolutely get ground down. So what I do, I just wait till I'm about 3/4 of the way through C2 hand abrasions, and then put on my gloves until the hand abrasion is completely gone, and then take the gloves off. Which doing, I generally only do this at night. It was raining a little while ago, so I was just doing this while it was raining. Um, but in like we have an hour and a half night here, and in that time, I think I only have to heal up twice, which will pretty much grind one pair of gloves down to being unusable. So that's all the information I have on this. If somebody's got a better way of strength training, uh, by better I mean faster, it'd be great if you could share it. Other than that, that's all I have. That's the stats, and good luck with your strength training and scum playing. But yeah, in retrospect, I would have just rolled with 5 strength, knowing what an uphill grind this was. And the con gain is absolutely miserable. It shows higher gains, but you can see the cons barely ticking as I go in comparison to strength. So there's something wrong with with con gains. But and the fastest way I found for con gains is moving at jogging speed with a C1 overburdened. So just lightweight, just barely over. And if you're going uphill, even better. Of course, with the problem with hills is you got to come back downhill, and then you're losing any bonus that you had to the uphill. So yeah, but just jogging with a C1 burden is probably about the best way for con right now. I don't know. Some people say dance. Yeah, I don't have the dance pack, and I'm not going to buy it just to stand still and dance. But that's about it. Thanks again. It's Rando Sheeb out. Also decided to try crawling for strength gains with just weighted gear. And you can't carry a box when you're crawling, but you can carry another hiking backpack fully loaded. And this gives fairly decent gains too. 0.27. It was at 0.28 earlier, but I've gained a little bit of strength since then. But even with the lower gains, because I was gaining I think 0.31, might even been 0.32 with the carrying the box and doing sneak stealth. But this works pretty well because you get approximately 2 minutes and 50 seconds of exercise time. So it's a little over a minute longer of exercise per cycle, and the rest cycle laying in the grass is about 7 minutes longer, or sorry, 7 seconds longer, which isn't too bad. So the ratio of exercise to rest is a little bit more in the exercise side, which to get 0.1 or I'm sorry 0.01 strength gains took me 17 minutes and 11 seconds, which is approximately I think about 10 or 9 seconds longer than it took with doing circles with the box indoors, which is pretty good because I'm a little bit higher strength now than the last time I timed doing stealth, which may have been at 3.4, 3.3 maybe, I'm not sure. So an extra 10 seconds is probably to be expected. The only downside of crawling is you got to keep gloves on, and you can see I've already worn through mine because I've been crawling all night with these on and destroyed them. So, and I'm already up to C2 hand abrasion, so I'm going to have to get some new gloves here in a second. So there you have it for low level strength training. This is still working out pretty good, doing both crawling and stealthing. Um, the wheelbarrow, is, like I said, it still has higher per day total, but the time involved is a little bit longer. And I think the biggest issue with the wheelbarrow is connecting and disconnecting to it. It's what throws off the time. But even with that, if I were to shave, say, 20 seconds off to if I could connect to it and disconnect from it faster. Well, I can't disconnect faster because you can only hit F. But the issue with reconnecting, of course, is aiming for the handle. But even if I were to shave 20 seconds off for that, it would put me exactly on par with crawling with the bag in my hand. So with that information in mind, you may want to try it out. I don't know if you made the horrible mistake or intentionally did this intending to grind it out. So that's about it. All I can add to this, like I said, I'm probably going to try to switch out to wheelbarrow at 4. I think my gains are probably going to drop off, or at least even out at that level. So did manage to get my stealth up to 85. Well, it's showing 86%, but 85%. And now I just want to get my camouflage up for dealing with NPCs and puppets and whatnot. More so for the NPCs, they're much more of an issue. I started with 0 camouflage and managed to get it up to basic plus 19. Well, I got some of the camouflage just by doing stuff in game, but I got like almost the last half of the from 0 to basic, and then got this 19% tonight as well. So it was pretty fast gains. Anyway, that's it. That's all the information I can think of to give you.